FOMScast.
Cold open.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the FOMScast for our first official episode.
Woo!
Is it really welcome back if it's our first episode?
Well, we did do the trailer.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I guess it is.
FOMScast.
Yeah, the FOMScast.
I like it.
That's right. And we are super excited to have a special guest with us today.
Really special.
Very special.
Very special.
Laurier's Dean of Music, Dr. Cynthia Johnston Turner. Thank you for coming on to the podcast,
my great
the
pleasure.
FOMScast.
It's been like 6 or 7 months in the making.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, stop.
I was
No,
joking about
already?
whether or not we could bait you into saying 6-7.
Oh no.
And you did it yourself.
Within the first minute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, I
You
actually, I
feel
think
relevant?
I forgot. I think I have something. I gotta go.
Did you lose the bet?
Yeah, it's lost.
I told them.
We did not plan that.
No, we're just.
Wow. You're just like
We're so
locked
connected.
in. You're just,
I just wanted to get it out of the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find more ways to.
No, we're not saying it again.
That's what you
No.
think.
We're not
That's what you
saying.
think.
We're not
New
saying the
goal
number
obtained for the
before
podcast.
6-8. We're not doing it.
Wow.
Very
There's also it's not our usual voices here as well. We have another guest with us, Natalia.
Oh yes. Sorry, I was looking at you because I was like, I'm the
I was
original
looking at
guest.
everybody
What
else.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. So the dean and I tried to record this back in May.
Yeah,
Yeah. did
about
not-
6
about
months.
but a few months ago. So I'm excited at how this podcast is evolving.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be a guest on it. This is so fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be so much fun this year, and getting this on the ball rolling. It's been an honor. And I think something with this also just speaks to a lot of what Laurier does as a university, like in terms of just communication and that idea of community as well. Bringing that into a podcast format that's accessible for everyone, incoming students, current students, stuff like that, to get to know about our faculty,
Yeah, cool.
about kind of what's going on. So,
Well, we were, before we turned on the mic, we were talking about articles. And I said, which article? And now I remember that we wanted to talk about that article. Yes, there it is
the
on your
one.
iPad. You can't, dear listener, you can't see that Natalia just held up her iPad for me to just see that
I'm pretty sure
I
she'd
do my
actually read the
readings.
article.
I do my readings.
yeah, I think we can put the article. We can link it in the podcast notes. Yeah, on Spotify as well.
That's
So
very
Oh,
exciting.
cool.
Yeah,
that way
how
people
fancy.
can follow along at
Mhm.
home.
But
So-
when you mentioned community, I think that's going to be my next article.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go negative right away, so I'll talk about it later.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
For
It's
sure.
about the underbelly of community.
We can do like a
Mm,
positive, negative, positive.
Yeah, ooh, I
sandwich
like
on this
that.
podcast,
Yeah, a little positive,
It's not
negative,
negative. It's just let's be
Oh,
aware of
little
something.
ABA.
realistic.
ABA form podcast.
ternary form
How
podcast.
Binary or rounded binary.
Oh, okay. Let's not get into that.
Let's not do a
No.
rondo.
So the title
Yeah,
of your
okay.
article, it's not what we do, it's how we do it, evolving the concert experience.
Ooh, awkward pause there.
That
Very
is the
awkward
title of the
pause. Sorry,
article.
I
Throw
don't
that
actually
in,
have the
Nikki.
script.
No, there's no
Cut that
script.
out,
There's no
Nikki.
script. This
There's
is
no
just
There's nothing after this?
this is through composed.
Oh my
You
god.
know.
Oh, correct.
But,
How many forms can we throw in?
We should have a forms tally.
Yeah.
Little ding
Yeah, the
every
form- the
time we do
bingo.
a form.
Bingo.
There you
People-
go, Nikki, you're
dear
on it.
listener can play bingo. Yeah.
Okay.
Forms bingo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Forms
I'm
bingo.
also drawing back on my theory knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, why don't you, if we want to go ahead and why don't you give us a little synopsis of kind of
An abstract, if you will.
Ooh. Yeah. When did I write that? 2018. 2018. That is a long time ago.
8,
like
not quite
6
8
or-
years. You wrote in December. So.
Yeah. Good math.
7 years ago?
Yeah, so I think things have gotten better since I wrote that article. One of the frustrations I have with quote unquote classical music is how boringly we present it, and basically the function of the article is to say it's not the music itself, and I think I actually say that. I don't box too good to die off.
Yeah.
It's just how we have evolved our elitism and what we expect our audiences to do and specifically not do during a concert. that has alienated a large portion of what could be a pretty engaged audience. Yeah, that's the essentially
gist of the article.
that's the
Yeah.
gist of the article, and what and not to be that person who just says this is bad and not provide solutions, but I do believe I provide 7 ideas.
I think like
Maybe.
8. I think it was 8.
Was it
I think
7, 8
Or-
solutions?
maybe one less. What's that again?
I'm not saying it. Yeah,
I liked the last time we were talking about this, you told me about a concert that you had where audience members got to sit with the orchestra, I think, was it?
Yes. So that was, and that's on YouTube. You can search it on YouTube, and in fact, that is a good story because it evolved into me going to Budapest to record an album with Budapest Scoring, which is the Hollywood go-to now. That orchestra, phenomenal experience. 2.5 days of laying down an album of Michael Berry's music, a Hollywood composer. And so we'll back up. So at Georgia, we did this thing, and it started maybe the second or third year I was there, where I was like, what if we invited audiences members to sit with us? And I did it when I was a high school teacher. Any parents that wanted to come and sit with their kids, and the last number or something, and it was a big hit. So anyway, we did this thing at Georgia called Jan Fest. About 1,200, 1,500 kids from all over the state would come. We're having our first band fest this weekend. Woohoo!
Super
200.
exciting.
We're starting with 200 kids.
I know, it's fantastic.
Not bad. Anyway, 1,500 kids at Georgia and their music educators. And the Hodgson Wind Ensemble, which was the top band at Georgia, played the Friday night concert. And for the last concert, we set up not last concert, but the last piece of the concert. We set up all of these chairs, extra chairs within the ensemble. So you've got to imagine that there are all of these high school kids who are there just to do band all weekend. They're just band nerds, and everybody loves them, and they love music. And they're listening to a top level wind ensemble do difficult music. And they've met some of the students. So we gave them an opportunity to come and sit with their instrument. And I remember when I announced this to the audience, and there were about 2,000 people in the audience because some of their parents and band directors were there, etc. They rushed the stage. There were like hundreds of kids rushing the stage. And I was both terrified and absolutely elated at the same time. Like, how many band concerts or classical music concerts do they rush the stage?
Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
Like,
no
it was
kidding.
fantastic. And they, obviously they all couldn't come on the stage. So some of them were kind of made, not a mosh pit, but they were like, some of them were just sort of at the foot of the stage, and others, we got as many on the stage as possible. And we played Boomba by Michael Berry, the composer who subsequently saw that on YouTube, because the energy on that stage for that performance was incredible. So all my students were just so pumped and excited that these high school students were there, and they were just like, look, like, oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. And it was just a phenomenal, I don't know how to describe it. And that's the beautiful thing about music. You can't describe it sometimes, but the energy, like, we just played it so well, and so it was electric. And I'll never forget it. And I don't think the students will forget it. And the audience won't forget it. And those kids won't forget it, right? So that's what I mean. That was just like one little thing to break down that invisible barrier between what's happening on this sacred thing that's happening on the stage that people don't understand.
Yeah.
And the passive audience. Like, let's break that down.
Yeah.
Not all the time. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it in the adagio of a Mahler symphony.
Yeah.
Come on down. But you know what I mean.
Depends on, in context, but
Yeah.
And I mean, and I see you even like doing that with Wellington as well. Like, you've had, I mean, there was a couple of times, previous concert, again, bringing up some young members in the audience as well. And like seeing that continued as well. And again, it's the same reaction here as well, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like people are super excited to go and well, because I mean, we kind of hold classical music up to like this like high echelon. It's like such a sacred like ritual that's kind of happening up on the stage. And then it's like, well, no, like, it's not just for us on the stage. It's for you guys. It's for the people. Like, we sit in a room and perform it to ourselves all the time when we rehearse and practice, but being able to share that in a physically like actual close space is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, what are we doing it for if not for sharing it with an audience.
Mhm.
You know, if a tree falls in the forest, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and people talk all the time, classical musicians and non-classical musicians all the time, live music is best. Well, why is live music best? Well, it's the audience.
Yeah.
Right? Mostly it's the audience, and that energy that's palpable. We just took it to another level. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of concerts where like adult small group. I think it was like a small ensembles, chamber ensembles, where they invite audience members into the crowd and swap them out every movement, and super popular, super well done. And I always love when a youth orchestra has like a parent orchestra that it's under, and then they do a side by side.
Yeah.
Side by sides
That's
are
always
really
nice.
popular.
Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing we did at Georgia, now Georgia has a 450-piece marching band, and I didn't do that, thank goodness. But that is a culture. That is a culture.
There was a video in the article
Yeah,
with the here playing the Krypton fanfare.
yeah, unbelievable. And that culture doesn't really exist in Canada that I did. I think the closest we've got is the Burlington Teen Tour Band, right? Where that kind of marching band culture is the best word I can think of. And it's different. And in the States, it's attached to football and athletics. And
Isn't the funding also somehow through
Is it-
athletics?
it depends on the school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Redcoat Marching Band had the budget. Your chin would go on the floor if I told you the budget.
Well, I'm sure. Are they considered like off-season athletes or something?
It's different in every school, but because it's a marching band, even at Georgia, there was and is in a lot of places a disconnect between what the marching band does and what the concert bands do and the orchestra. And there's even within the band culture in the United States, which is different than here, there's elitism. And so that drove me crazy because the Redcoats, they had an audience of 90,000 fans. Yeah, they were at a football game, but the halftime show was, I mean, come on.
Who else is getting 90,000
Exactly.
members
Yeah.
of an audience?
I conducted
Yeah.
the national anthem in front of 90,000 people and coordinated an F-16 flyover with 400 kids on the stage. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It's so we did flash mobs all the time, where at the end of our wind ensemble concerts, the audience would go out and there's the Redcoats.
Did they dance?
They dance, they swing, they do all sorts of cool stuff. It just feels great.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've forgotten joy sometimes.
Exactly. I mean, it's just being able to express, like you said, energy and joy within, and bringing that, because you get that so much at like popular music concerts. People are screaming at the top of their lungs. People are dancing, moshing, like doing all these things, and it's like, why not? Can we not bring some of that energy and apply it to a classical sense? Like it's still music, right? You know.
Yes, but it's the difference between high art, you see.
Wasn't there a video of a
Does not
guy
do that.
moshing to some classical
Rather.
concert a while ago that went around? Like there was a mosh pit to like one of those concerts in the park, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like in England or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was going for it. You know, when I think of music and sports mixing, I think of PDQ Bach and those videos back from.
Yeah. Does the listener know who PDQ Bach is, I wonder?
We should link a PDQ
Yeah,
Bach
do some video.
Okay.
Pretty funny. Very clever.
Those are
very clever
great.
composer. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, music and the music and sport, music and ceremony, music and function. These are all things that some of us have forgotten, right? I mean, there's an article I read recently, and maybe I'll try to find it so you can link it, where the author was talking about we have forgotten that music largely was about function, right? I mean, band music was military music, or it was street music, right? Chamber music, it had a function, and now it kind of doesn't. We just expect people to go and pay a lot of money and sit there and listen to sacred texts of music. There's no function. I'm not saying it always has to have a function, but I think this is why video game music is so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just people relate to joy, and it's a game, and it's fun, and it's epic, and there's a narrative, and it's
Yeah.
great.
I read an article recently where the author was calling for orchestras to adopt more video game music, saying, if you actually want to be catering to your audiences, and then put your money where your mouth is and play what they want to hear. Like those concerts where they play Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli.
I don't know.
Ghibli?
Is it GIF?
I say
GIF?
Ghibli, but I don't.
I think
I don't know. But those concerts sell out so quickly.
Yeah.
So quickly. They're so
Even
popular.
just like the side-by-sides as well, where they do like playing along to the track of a movie or something
yeah.
as well. Like that's all what people want to see, because it's a different aspect of joy.
Yeah.
And
Look at the Frankenstein thing.
Exactly. Yeah,
that was very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular. My non-music friends, family members, they always like going to the symphony for like the Home Alone live soundtrack or Star Wars or
I think KW
Harry
Symphony
Potter.
just did the Muppets as well. Muppets Live in
That's
Concert.
good.
So I looked into doing Princess Bride here
Oh wow.
with the orchestra. Massive money.
Hmm.
So there's somebody capitalizing on this trend. So it's unfortunate because orchestras, many orchestras, are in dire straits financially, and so they look to do the things that we're talking about, and then there's all this. Oh yeah, you can rent this, but it's $40,000 US.
Wow.
So you better fill the hall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tricky.
Exactly. Okay. I think that
So just for the listener, like Nikki just pointed out,
we're just doing a time check.
Yeah, he's
just to
doing the
make sure
time check.
that-
I think he wants us to move along.
No, that's
my
not what
sense.
it is. It's
That's
just
my
to be
sense.
like,
He's like,
we're
is
about
this
halfway
boring?
through. No.
Doing a
It's not
30-minute
boring.
episode.
It's not boring. Can't be boring. We're talking about classical music.
Well,
Classical music.
like you. What other ideas did I have in that article? Oh, I know one.
What?
Tell
me.
We did the premiere of Beacons by Peter Van Zandt Lane. He's a fabulous composer. He's still at Georgia, and it was all about light. And one of the things that the marching band did, beginning of the fourth quarter at the football games, the stadium lights go out and everybody takes out their phone. And they put their light and it's absolutely stunning. It's a whole like getting ready for the fourth quarter or whatever. And they do this whole Krypton thing. But you just sort of look around and go, this is everybody is doing the same thing at the same time. And it's magical.
Yes.
I know it's a phone, but it's absolutely magical and everybody's into it and they want their team to win and the band sounds great. It's just, it's amazing. And so we were doing this premiere of Beacons, which was all movements about light, and for the last movement we turned out the lights and asked people to turn on their phone, and so we had lights in the audience for Beacons. It was really pretty.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I have your embrace technology section pulled up here on my iPad, where you had the tweets.
Oh yeah, the tweet
tweeting.
seats.
I thought I'd read one just for our listeners here. I'm down for diet cerealism, but I'm a big boy who can handle full calorie Schenberg.
That was one of my favorites. Reading that, I audibly laughed.
Variations. Yeah, it's fit. Yeah, I mean the tweet seats. So very conservative, pretty conservative person, a good friend who ran the Performing Arts Center at that time, and he was adamant that thou shalt not have your phone on. Don't even bring your phone into the concert hall. Oh man. It was hard for me not to roll my eyes, but so the compromise was we had tweet seats. So anybody that wanted to, and now of course I'm not on Twitter, but anybody that wanted to,
X.
Whatever.
We don't need we don't need to promote that on here.
So anybody that wanted to have their phone on, sound off, could sit in these seats and engage with what they were hearing and engage with each other. And yeah, some of those things are absolutely ridiculous. Like, hey, is Warren in the house? And then Warren's like, yeah, I'm here. Where are you? And then friends seeing their friends perform. I think there was a marimba solo in one of the pieces, and they said something like, "My boy Jeff."
Oh yeah, where was that?
My boy Jeff.
Jeff killing it on the marimba. Like, I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Come on. Don't tell me that they're not engaged because they're on their phone.
Yeah, and
They're totally engaged, just in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like, I mean, it brings kind of connection to the whole like clapping, where clapping is wanted.
Yeah.
Not need, like, you know what I mean? Like clapping, you would like clap. If there's a solo, if somebody's doing a good job, like let them know that.
Yeah, bring
we,
the jazz
know,
into it.
right on. We planted clappers all the time. All my grad students were clappers. So in between
I
movements.
feel like a planted clapper at a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
But again, the band culture is good for that because if you play a march at the end, you just know that the audience is going to clap in that last strain. So that's helpful. It's just we just did more of it. Yeah.
I mean, like, just because, like, going back to the whole phone thing again, it's a matter of like a lot of people. There's a lot of teachers who like even when like listening in a lecture or something, they encourage like some people to like doodle or like do something that that might not seem like they're actually paying attention or that they're invested, but that they are.
Yeah.
I was like that in high school. I would like in my math if I wasn't just like draw a little something, but I'm still like it's just the way my brain works in a way, right?
Right.
And like it's same thing in music, just because you're still even engaging with the music on your phone if you're tweeting about it or whatever. But
My
just,
boy Jeff.
yeah, my boy Jeff.
I'm still thinking about my boy Jeff. I just realized I'm very far from the mic. I'm sorry, Nikki. Because I think there's a lot of talk in opera circles, I think, about, why do we bring in these international stars that no one's heard about when you could probably draw an audience of, like, when you have someone from the community. You'd go to the opera to see your neighbor, but not some random singer that you don't know from halfway across the world.
Yeah, that's classical music's love of the exotic, right, and the non-local. We see it with conductors all the time, right? So they want an international conductor because he, let's face it, will have an accent and therefore sound exotic and interesting and probably European, right? So we could get into how that's very problematic, but that's still largely happening in classical music, certainly in opera. And yeah, as I understand it, I'm going to guest conduct in Australia in about 6.5 months, and they all of their positions in the conservatoriums, they're called in Australia, have non-Australians at the helm. Non-Australians at the helm, because they're really into foreigners coming in, and because they're going to bring what? I don't know.
Well, it's like our orchestras. We hardly have any Canadian conductors at the helm of our major orchestras.
Yeah. So I think that's another thing classical music does that can alienate.
Yeah,
definitely.
For
I
sure.
think that's like kind of, I mean, for me, the opposite of what I want. That's of like why I love music is because it's like bringing together people in your community to showcase what you have to do or whatever, right? And I mean, being able to, that's why you go to music school where you go and stuff, because you want to be a part of that community. Like I don't know anybody who goes to Laurier and doesn't want to represent Laurier well, like in terms of music and the level that we're putting it out at, and the, because it's us as a whole, right? And bringing somebody in to facilitate that who's not invested, it also doesn't run a good rehearsal as well. Like I think personally, like for me, my philosophy in like leadership and conducting and like education is that like building relationships with your students and having like that. Now again, it's different in the professional world than it is so in an education world, but being able to bring together students and have relationship based interactions in a relationship based community.
Yeah, it's a great point, and I don't think it's that different in professional orchestras because we're trying to build community there too.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and community with the audience is is the key.
Huge, and there's a lot of conductors that they've got, because they need to make a living. They've got Virginia, they've got Detroit, they've got this one and this one, and they're flying around all the time to do that, and it's hard to build a relationship with the community when you're on a plane.
Well, it's hard to live in that community and really get to know that community when you're living in 4 different apartments in 4 different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And there's something really special about being in the same, like, being committed to one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna sound like a big nerd again. I
Big
read another.
nerd
I
again.
read
We need
another
some
article.
we need some background music.
Oh, yeah.
Big nerd.
Big nerd again.
Nikki's on it. Nikki's on it.
Nikki's on it. Please make me sound like the biggest nerd, Nikki. But there was
I'm
an
not
article
actually.
in Opera
I read this article
America. I read this article in Opera America, where, and I don't remember what opera company it was.
Probably best not to say.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they did La Bohème, and they took inspiration from the city that they were doing it in, and
okay.
put in a lot of local things.
Oh, you're
local
saying
customs,
something
local customs.
positive.
Oh, positive.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no,
cool.
it was great. If I could remember the opera company, I would give them a shout out.
Yeah, we'll put it in the link in the bio.
But there was like a huge jazz influence in that community, and so they had it, set in a jazz era, and they had like.
Wasn't New Orleans, was it?
No, I think I would have remembered New Orleans.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that's a bit of a dig.
Sorry. I am a big nerd.
Background music.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even.
And I think that's a great way to. Sorry, my point is that that's a great way to engage with the audience, to just include things.
Oh, you're
that
making
they
a
know.
point.
I am
love
making
it.
a point.
Okay,
My
good.
point is.
Thesis statement.
My thesis statement. No, that when you're, including things that the community knows about, and including people, not necessarily even just people, but just stuff that they recognize, and
relate
that's
to.
great. Yeah, it's relatable.
Yes, relatable.
Relatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also having like interactive concerts as well, where like you're moving location, like and like taking, like I heard, I think it was my old roommate was telling me, I think it's somewhere in Barrie, that there was a musical company that like you moved with the musical through the town in a way, like it would like through the town of Barrie, they would perform different scenes at the actual location of like the scene. Yeah, it was
That's
really
very
interesting.
Yeah,
And I think like that's a really cool way to like, I mean, Barry's Barry, but I think like
ooh, sorry,
I don't know.
Barry.
I'm across the
digs.
lake from Barry. Okay, I'm on the better side of the lake over there.
Have you been to Barrie lately? Barrie's nice. Oh boy,
Sorry. I got personal grudge against Barry. Okay.
Barry's nice.
Yeah, we did when I was in the States, the Syracuse New Music Society. I did that group for a while, and there was a piece actually written that way, where there was a group of instrumentalists over here. It was all outside. That was the other thing. It was outdoor music. So there's a group underneath the tree, and then you walked over here, and then it all ended up with all the musicians coming inside and the audience. It was very cool.
Yeah, I think, and we're doing something similar with the gala this year, aren't we, as well? Taking advantage of our new building.
Yeah, all of this sounds really great, but it's logistically harder.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I think if we want to build audiences and keep audiences and stay relatable and relevant, it's harder. Come on, you have to work at this.
I don't think I like this one. I don't know if I, as an audience member, would want to go from place to place during my concert.
You mean as an audience member or
yeah,
player?
you imagine. No, as an audience member.
Well, I mean, it's not
I
like
gotta jump in my car to go watch
no,
the next scene.
not,
no, you're walking or you're
Oh,
yeah, not
okay,
like
okay.
yeah. We're actually
You
gonna
said
do
across
like,
town, and
it's like a
Barry's
2-hour
big.
journey. In
I
between
don't know about the
scenes,
Barry issue.
I'm pretty sure it was all just walking as well.
Okay, well that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I got a
Sorry.
speeding ticket in Barrie, so I don't like it either. Actually,
Yeah.
You can edit this all out. We don't want to upset Barry.
I think Barry's upset. I've been upsetting Barry for a long time in my life. So
I called ChatGPT Barry.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't use him anymore.
Oh, but he had a name.
Barry, yeah, I don't
Barry.
know why. But Barry. I don't know. I just kept saying Barry. What about
Were you having
this?
conversations with him?
Yes,
Did it,
but
like, come alive?
I don't do it anymore because
I saw this really weird. Sorry, I don't want to get off topic here, but I saw
well,
this
it's
really weird
because
thing.
you were on the embrace technology thing, and I went.
yeah.
Now I was all about it. Google Glass Explorer. You don't even know what that is, but it was
Yeah,
you just basically
yes.
wore your phone
Now you
on
have
your
people
face.
like ChatGPT
gosh.
program notes, which is just brutal.
That's nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Or
Yeah, I feel like I really feel like we'll be you. I don't know about me, but you'll be 10 years from now. What were we like before AI? What did we do? How did we function? Versus me, where it's like, I don't remember my life without the phone. I just bought a journal the other day at Indigo, like where I'm going to start writing again. And I thought, when's the last time I actually wrote in a journal? Like,
You mean you're not writing in your practice journal?
What?
No, it's in all in my phone, of course. No, but you know what I mean? Like I don't remember. You don't remember a life before the internet. I do, but barely. And I think in 10 years we're going to be, what did we do before AI? How did we function? My goodness.
My brother got me an MP3 player for my birthday.
Wow.
Retro.
Going retro.
There's a lot of middle school age kids that want a Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
Right? That's
kind of
cool.
coming back.
Yeah. Like slow down.
Vinyl's in a little bit of a, well, actually it's been in a resurgence now. Vinyl's kind of crazy.
Yes, I have many regrets. And these people that say they have no regrets, I don't get it. I have regrets from something I said 5 minutes ago, but I got rid of all my albums. Oh man, I had a great collection.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm a very sad person. I'm just a loser.
Do you have a top album?
Well, yes. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. Link it in the notes. Every time there's a chime hit in the band orchestra, I'll say Tubular Bells, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. And now
this is your opportunity to preach to the masses.
It's a great album by Mike Oldfield.
So and say it again.
You want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Tubular Bells. And
maybe we could put it as the outro music.
Yes.
Can we do that?
Yes. And you're going to recognize it. And it's
Tubular Bells?
Oh yeah, no, it's okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Well, don't quote me on that. But
off the record,
we'll do the research, of course.
We're not like putting the whole song. We'll just put like a little snippet.
You'll recognize it if you've seen the original Exorcist movie. Oh. It's the soundtrack.
I can't say I have.
Well, check it out. Is
it a scary movie?
Yes.
And
it's still scary. We don't need any background music for that.
I could do that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of jump scares, and it's not good. It's a very scary movie. But anyway, the background music is Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells, and it's one of the only things said on the album. It's mostly an instrumental, but he introduces each instrument as they come in, and then the very last one is, say it with me, Tubular Bells. It's fantastic. Anyway, I had that album.
Great.
Yeah,
that's great.
And Jean-Luc Ponty. I had every Jean-Luc Ponty album.
I also don't know who that is.
Violinist.
Oh, okay.
Electric. Jazz. Very good.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yerzy Kaplanik knows all about him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think we should plan to get Yerzy on the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I thought he was going to talk about. We're at time.
I think we are coming up on time.
We should probably film an outro.
We don't need to film an outro.
The outro is just
you want to know what,
bells.
Tubular bells. You want to know what the outro is?
What?
The outro is right now. There you go. Look at that segue.
Wow, nicely done.
Tubular bells.